Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to day number 23. Can you believe we made it to day 23 of the One Funnel Away Challenge? I've been going live every single day for the last 23 days. And hopefully you guys have been paying attention and keeping up with us every single day for the last 23 days. I'm excited for today. How did you guys like Rachel yesterday? Is she amazing or what? Okay, now I want you guys to do me a favor because just so you guys know how this whole thing works, Rachel didn't get paid to come and teach you guys, to spend time. She spent time at the 5-day lead challenge. She spent time during week 1. She spent 2 days with you in week 1. She spent 3 days with you this week, today and tomorrow as well. And she doesn't get paid for this. I want you guys to understand that. So the best way you can pay her back is letting her know how grateful you are for her teaching, for her training, for all the stuff she's been doing. She's literally coming here, leaving time with her family to be able to serve you guys, which is amazing. So I want to thank her. But if you guys let her know in the comments down below, let her know how grateful you are. Let her know thank you. I'm sure she'll read it after we're done, and she'll love it too. So I know that for all of us, people like this who are doing things like this, our favorite thing is to see the comments later. So make sure you blow up the comments down below. Let her know how grateful you are. And I'm grateful for you as well, Rachel, for teaching and sharing so much amazing stuff. And so without any further ado, I'm not going to go any deeper. We're going to go into the next step of the process here inside of Rachel's frameworks. And hopefully, man, I hope that I always want people as they're doing anything with me to get the lesson, what we're trying to teach you, but also take a step back and watch what we're doing. You notice the last, 23 days, how many frameworks have I taught? How many times I do this process over and over and over again? You watch Rachel come up here. What's she doing? She's teaching her framework. She's showing you as the process, teaches you the strategy, right? The one pager gives you the tactics. She's doing the same thing that I'm doing over and over and over again. So hopefully you're seeing it from 2 different viewpoints, right? One is you as a consumer consuming the product, but one is an observer being like, oh my gosh, they're doing the same thing they're teaching us how to do. How cool is that? It's like that movie Inception, like a dream inside of a dream. Anyway, it's really fun. So with that said, without any further ado, I'm going to turn the time back over to Miss Rachel Miller. Rachel, the stage is all yours.
And you're back. I'm back. We're back together, guys, for One Funnel Away. You're here right now because you're building your funnel. Do you remember where you were when you began this class? Before you had an offer, before you had a framework, before you had content. And imagine how far you've come in such a short period of time. Imagine where you will be in the future with this support. Guys, I love this. I love that we're here and that we're doing this together. If you've been following my little section so far, we've been talking all about how to grow traffic. So I've talked to you first about creating your page, then how we're going to create content for your page. Then we talked about how to promote that content. And today we're going to set up the systems so you can begin to run ads. Now, we're not going to make your ad today. You've got some things you have to do first. You have to do some things first. It's kind of think of it like housekeeping. These are the nitty gritty things. Frankly, guys, these are the things that took me the longest to do. Why? Not because they take the most time, but they're the things that I thought would be confusing, so I didn't do them. How many of you have known that you need to do something and you just haven't done it because you thought, oh my word, this is going to be confusing. So you didn't even try. That was me with my first Facebook ad, guys. I did not even set up my pixel because I thought it was going to be confusing. And I want you guys to know that today we're going to baby step you through it. You're going to go from step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And like all of these videos in One Funnel Away, this is the theory. And then in the one pager, I'm going to literally walk you through. I'm going to open up an account. We're going to sit there and we're going to do these tasks together. And I can't wait to see you have your pixels, your ad account set up so you're ready to begin amplifying what you've got. Okay, guys, ads accelerate what you have. They accelerate what you have. Now, what do I mean by that? If you currently do not have sales, do not have an audience, and you think that ads are going to be the silver bullet, and as soon as you run ads, you're going to sell, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. I know for me, guys, I spent $26,000 on somebody who was going to run my ads for me. Guys, I told you guys that I did e-commerce. I'm an author. I've sold over 200 and something thousand books. I've got blogs. I've kind of done a little bit of everything. And in one of my businesses, I thought I would be able to biggie size this funnel. I'm going to biggie size this funnel out the gate with all this ad traffic. And the reality is I hadn't sold anything with it yet. So I didn't biggie size my audience. I didn't biggie size my sales. I didn't make an impact. All I did was make a giant hole in my pocket because I thought I needed an ads expert to hire. I thought I needed an agency. I thought I needed to spend $1,500 for him every month and then this much in ads and this much in tests. And next thing you know, I spent 26 grand and I had nothing to show for it. I don't want that to be any of your stories that are listening. Every single one of you, you're called to make a difference and you don't need to spend a lot of money to get there. I promise you, you don't. It's nice to spend a little bit on ads. Ads accelerate what you have. So if you've never sold organically before, try doing that first, because then you prove it works and you can scale it and accelerate it with ads. So let me talk to you about how that system works. So we've got your person here and your perfect person. Let's go back to Michael from yesterday. Do you guys remember when I told you the story about Michael who collects lettuce farmers? So there's Michael, and he knows he wants to be part of the 4-H, I don't know, the equivalent of where all the lettuce people hang out. But he doesn't know who they are yet. So instead, he finds all these little batches of people. So here's all the people he's seeing that are following different farming groups. He wants to connect to them, just like you do. Now, this person in the center is the Dream 100 person, the person that you want to be the hero. But you're on the outside, like Michael was. You're starting out and you're looking in and you want to get in to the clique, right? You want to be part of that clique. How do you do that? He's on the outside, like a lot of you are, brand new, starting at zero. He wants to move in to the clique. He did that by posting a video on his page. He posted a video on his page. After he posted a video on his page, he shared that video, because remember, we talked about promoting. He shared that video into a group where it's allowed. Guys, some groups want you to share videos. Some groups don't want you to share videos. You need to be a good neighbor, be a good guest, and follow your group's rules. You need to not come into a group to poach, but you need to come into a group to give value to your perfect people in a way that makes that group look good. So this group was a collective of farmers. There was nothing for sale on his video that he shared. There was nothing there that looked like spam to his audience. There was nothing in it that said, join my lead magnet. There was no call to action whatsoever. All he did was post a video on his page about how he's cleaning his lettuce. From posting it on his page, then he shared it into a group of farmers who love geeking out about new ways to wash their lettuce. Who's going to watch a video about how to wash lettuce for 10 minutes? Only a lettuce farmer. No one else is going to watch a video for 10 minutes of how to wash their lettuce, right? So after he's done this, now they've gotten the group. So now he's got a custom audience based on video views. A custom audience of people who've watched this video from his page. His page has no one on it. No one knows who Michael is. No one knows that he loves and geeks out about farming and lettuce and microgreens and mushrooms. No one knows anything about who Michael is. They don't know that he'll help them be a more profitable farm. All they know is that they are this group that they love, that they talk to other farmers who are just like them. He goes in there, he posts his video about washing lettuce. He creates a custom audience of the people who watch 75% of that lettuce video. So now Facebook looks at that and says, who's going to actually sit and watch a 6-minute long video about washing lettuce? No one but a lettuce farmer, right? So Facebook looks at this and sees this audience, and then he made what we call a lookalike audience. When he made that lookalike audience, he was able to capture not just the lettuce farmers who watched that video, but all of the other lettuce farmers, because Facebook looks at that 75% video view and says, oh my word, every single one of these people is a farmer who has this type of property and da 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 da. Facebook knows all of that data about you. And Facebook then created a lookalike audience. Now he has the audience that he can nurture. He now walks them through that stage, right? The stage of hook, story, offer. So you're going to create that content that hooks them in. Create that content that tells the story. Create the content that gets them in your mini offers under your list. And then he gives them his sales page. His sales page, his sales funnel, just like each of you have been making. His funnel is actually with ClickFunnels. It's really fun watching it happen. He gave them his sales page, and here's the result. He opened his product and sold his lettuce farming course and earned $200,000 his opening launch. He started with zero, just like every single one of you here. He started without a big audience, just like every single one of you. He started as a farmer who had no marketing training. All he had was a love for farmers, a love of lettuce, a knowledge about how to transform an old washing machine into a lettuce washing machine. And all he had was groups that he knew his people were in. So here he is. Here's Michael. Here's Michael right here. And Michael wants to get into the community. He does it by creating a video that captures this one small Facebook group. And then Facebook creates a lookalike audience that then targets the rest of this community. Now, he's now known as the biggest lettuce guy. He then became the biggest person in the farming industry, but he wasn't when he began. And it happened for him in just 2-3 short years. And it can happen to each and every one of you as well. Okay, so ads accelerate what you have. He used his organic traffic to grow from his page into a group, and then to create an audience, to create a lookalike audience, and then to use hook, story, offer to make mini ads of those pieces of content. Just like Russell says, put lots of ads into that ocean, put lots of hooks into that ocean. And then from there, eventually, after he nurtured them, after he got them to engage, after he got them to land, after he got them in traffic he owns, then he put his sales page in front of them. And what do you know? They all went in and purchased. And that's what I want your story to be as well. Okay, so how does this work? You need to do 3 things. You need 3 things. You need the right niche, the right activity, it doesn't work if you don't have your target straight. You have to have the right targeting. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how to use the Facebook pixel, how to set it up, how to set up an ad account, and how to do the targeting inside of ads so that you know that your ad is being seen by the right people and not by everyone. Would it have been good for Michael to share his lettuce farming video on his profile? No, because the people he's friends with, they weren't lettuce farmers. They were people from his church. They were people from college. They were me who, I live in suburbia Fort Worth and do not have a farm in any stretch of the imagination. I'm friends with him, so he would not want to put that on his profile because, honestly, I probably would have watched 75% of him washing lettuce thinking, oh, Michael's up to something today while I'm bored, right? That would have been wasted views because it's not his perfect audience. He wants 3 things to be able to get his video in front of the right people. 1, the right niche. Okay, and so your niche doesn't necessarily have to be other lettuce farmers if you're a lettuce farmer. Your niche needs to be people who are interested in lettuce farming. So it's like your niche, it's hard to find lettuce farmers. So you'd have to do like regular farming and then a farming of a certain size and then find lettuce farmers. It's not as easy necessarily as picking just the broad niche. Let me backtrack here. Let me tell you another story that might make it a little bit more sense. I'm a people collector. I told you guys I had a bunch of different businesses. I'm one of those like business collectors and people collectors. One of my businesses that I created after watching my neighbor's cat, not my cat because I don't own cats, peeing on my garden, my lawn furniture in my backyard. And I was a little irritated with that cat. And I do what everyone who's irritated with a cat that pees on their backyard furniture, what they do. They go and make a whole Facebook page about it and make fun of the cat, right? So I made a Facebook page, and next thing you know, I called my Facebook page Crazy Cat Lady, basically maybe making fun of a neighbor. And next thing you know, I have 200,000 Crazy Cat Ladies following my audience. Now, I didn't do this by targeting cats owners. If I targeted cat owners, I wouldn't have had the success I have today with my audience. You need the right niche. It might be cat owners, but you might have to go a little bit more narrow, or you might have to go more broad to find who your perfect people are. We're going to walk through the exact steps how to do that, and I'm going to show you a free tool that Facebook gives us so we can do this completely for free using Facebook's own research for us to work for us, so they do the heavy lifting in just a second. So we need the right niche, and then we need activity. How many of you? Okay, we all go on vacation sometimes, and even marketers like you will go on vacation sometimes, and you won't post to your content. It's going to happen one day. You're going to take a 2-week break. It's going to happen, 3-week, even a month break. But how many of you have gone to a page, you're like, oh, they have 1 million followers, hot diggity dog, they're awesome. They're going to promote me, it's going to be great. And then you look at their page and you realize, wait a second, they don't have anybody commenting, they don't have anybody sharing. Anybody who does like this post appears to be from a different country. So do they really have your perfect people? If numbers are not everything, niche is not everything, you need to have people who are active in your space. So activity, Facebook literally will tell you where the active people are. And then the last tip is that you need to have them in Ads Manager. Okay, now this research stage, finding the right niche, finding the activity, finding the people in Ads Manager, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a warning. It's gonna take you about 20 to 30 minutes. It's not something that you're gonna be able to find instantly, very rarely. You're gonna have to do a little bit of digging. But this digging is work you do one time, and then it lives for you for forever. You'll know where to find your cold traffic. Ads amplify what you have. But if you don't have anyone there to see you, getting in front of the right people totally helps. And this is a system that we use. So we're going to show you using a tool called Audience Insights. Now, I could show you how to use that right now in this video, but this is your strategy lesson. So in strategy lesson, I'm going to tell you the strategy. You want to find the right niche, the right activity level, and you want to find if they're active on Ads Manager. I'm not going to show you the step-by-steps. That you get inside the one-pager. And that's going to take you, like I said, a little bit of time, probably a 20-minute time frame for you to go through that lesson later on. So I want you to do that later on with me. Okay, so you've got activity, Ads Manager. You need to target all three. And then you have a couple more steps. You get the right people. Then you need to launch your rocket for the world. Okay, guys, there's my rocket. And there's parts of your ad that you're launching. So we talked about finding the right people. That's targeting. So those bullseye, when we found the right niche, the right activity, and they're an Ads Manager, when you find that person, they're gold, that's who you want to target with your audience when they're cold. Okay, and so we have our cold interests, and we have our warm, and we have our hot. And those are all audiences that you save in the back end of Facebook. Start with the first one, start with cold. You're gonna find where those activity levels are. Once you have conversions, then you can move on to warm, because now they've engaged with your content on your page, just like Michael did. He put that content in front of one group first, got them to see it, and then moved on to the warm, got them to engage, and then moved on to hot and sold them his product. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to target them. Now, targeting does not work unless you have something called the pixel. The pixel is the brain. This is work you literally do one time. And guys, I've literally taught over 5,000 people how to grow audiences on Facebook. And I'm going to say that probably 1/5 of them never turn on the pixel because they think this is too hard. They think they need to hire someone to do the pixel for them. And I want you to know right now, no, it's 15 minutes of work. 15 minutes will be completely business changing. It's putting the pixel, it's putting the brain onto your traffic of your website. Now, when you're creating this pixel, I want you to think of the ways that you're going to track your audience. So how many of you guys have ever taken your kids to arcade games? How many of you guys have been to arcade games when you were younger? I know I've gone to the state fair and you got these tickets, and then when you go to pay, you pay with these tickets. And okay, here's the thing though. They don't know what rides you're running. They don't know if you've kept tickets in your back pocket. They don't know, there's no tracking going on with the tickets. They don't know if you went to another place and just bought a big round of the same tickets and had them, which actually somebody from my high school did. They were giving away bootleg tickets at the state fair. Okay, that's because there was no tracking. If they have tracking, they wouldn't have that problem. A couple of months ago, I took my son to the arcade for his birthday party. They had a birthday party at the arcades. And when I walked in, they had me charge on a credit card. And then all the kids got a bracelet. And on their bracelet, it had a barcode. And on the barcode, it said, this kid has $15 to spend at the arcade games. Okay, now they know when this bracelet goes and checks in, and then he can play his pinball machine or whatever the game, or the motorcycle going around. Anyways, VR sets, I don't know, all those things that they were playing at the arcade games, they track what game's most popular, where did he wait in line the longest, where is he skipping, is he not spending his money, do we have to refund him money, did he run out, should we give him his mom a text message to say, hey, your son's almost out, do you want to buy him some more? You could do all of that when there's tracking. Without tracking, mom's sitting in the snack stand, who knows where her kid is with the tickets, right? This way you actually get more sales and you know where your customer is, you know when they fall off, you know how to bring them back to you. The pixel is the brain. Just like that barcode that my son had when he went to, I don't even remember the name of it, Main Street events or something like that. Okay. You need the pixel's the brain. The pixel does the work for you. Pixel follows along, it tracks them. Okay, so targeting works, pixel tracks them. Next up, you need the ad creative. Okay, and then after the ad creative, then you need the gasoline. That's the money, your actual budget. Now, a lot of people think that if I just spend more, that I'll earn more. And I want you to know that it's more important that you keep an ROI, a return on investment. Your ads should always be spent in a way that they're making you money, not in a way that you feel like it's an expense, but that the ads feel like, oh my word, I can't wait to spend this money because I know I'm going to get so much in return. If you're worried about spending money on your ads, that's a little ding ding sign in the back of your head that you need to listen to. Because I've seen so many businesses almost go bankrupt because they blew their budget on ads. You listen to that voice in your head and say, okay, maybe I should go back and promote my content organically so I have some sales, and then that money is my pool that I can invest and play with ads with. Okay, so you got your budget, you've got your tracking, okay? Now, okay, here we go. In the creative, we wanna make sure we have post pattern interrupts so that we grab their attention, pattern interrupts. Okay, did I miss anything else? Okay, want to make sure we post pattern interrupts because pattern interrupts helps us get that ROI. Okay, ads amplify what we already have. So what do you need to do today? We have three steps for you guys today. 1, post. You've been posting every single day, right? You need to create your post. 2, we're going to create the pixel. Okay. 3, we're going to create the tracking. That's the events. It's what your pixel is measuring. Okay. 4, we're going to add our ad accounts information. So we're going to actually like put in our credit cards. We're going to turn on our account. We're going to act like we're a business with our accounts. And then we want to post the 3 different types of content, because we're going to make our offers to our audience. We're going to make offers that are videos, that are photos, that are conversation starters. Conversation starter. You're literally going to post this. I just made XYZ. Who wants it? Because you've nurtured your audience for all this time, you've been nurturing your audience for literally 2.5 weeks now. They're ready for you to pitch them. They're ready for you to say, I've got something here that's going to make a difference in your life. I just accomplished XYZ. Who wants to know how? And they comment, they reply, they say, that's me. And you say, hot diggity dog, would you like to have this, whatever it is, just PayPal me $28 and I'll send it your way. That's a back and forth dialogue that can convert them from a stranger to a fan and a buyer. You can do that over a conversation starter. Next up, you've got photos, okay? Proof. Proof. They did. Make a post that's social proof of what someone else has done. Because your audience will naturally say, if they helped this other person, they can help me too. So I want you to create 3 different types of ads. A conversation starter ad, if you're able to. Some accounts can't boost them, can't run ads to them, but if you can, you're one of the lucky ones, do it. Then create a photo post that's going to be an ad. Proof. This person just did XYZ. I think you can do it too. Want to know how we were able to accomplish that together? I would love to give you this 3-part framework ready for you to get started with. Okay, you have photo. Then you also have the video. Here's my top tip. Want more. Now, why do I tell people when they're starting and they're creating their ads to create 3 different types of ads? I tell you to create these 3 different types of ads because they each interact with the algorithm in different ways. We talked to you earlier about how videos get people to stop the scroll, and sometimes they get more clicks. But photos also get insane clicks, and photos get more shares sometimes. And then when photos get shared, then you're able to, convert their friends, not just that one person. And conversations, the best and the strongest way to convert an audience from a stranger to a buyer is actually through a conversation post. However, it's not scalable because you have to actually respond to them. And we've got some tactics we're going to teach you tomorrow on ways that you can respond in an automated but not automated way. We've got that coming for you. I want you to know, though, that I want you to create multiple types of posts, multiple hooks, because each of these hooks is going to interact with a different type of buyer, and you're going to give them an opportunity to find you and to be part of your offer, to join you in your funnel and join you for that transformation in their lives. Okay, so you're going to post, just like we've been doing all along. We're going to go set up your pixel. We're going to set up your event so we can track. We're going to go set up your ad account. You're going to act like a big boy. You're going to act like a business, and we're going to walk through the steps to do that together. I want you to be like Michael. I want you to be like Sarah. I want you to be like all of the other people that we've talked about during this series. And I want you to be able to grow your audience in a way that nurtures them towards a sale, towards a transformation. And know that ads amplify what you've already got. So if you've promoted, if you've got those posts up, head over to the one-pager because we're getting ready right now to set up your pixel, set up events, set up your ad account so you're ready tomorrow to begin selling your offer to the world. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. Is she amazing or what? Again, blow up the comments down below. Let her know how grateful you are for her and for all the effort she's been putting into all this training for you guys. You're amazing. And with that said, you guys know the drill. Down below, there's gonna be a link that appears magically that has the one pager for today. This is Rachel's one pager she created for you. Make sure you get it, click on it, get it added to your one pager account, and then go through the assignment, get it done. And then obviously, if you guys get stuck or have any questions or anything, jump on the live coaching calls as well. Let our consultants help you through this process. They understand it, they know it. They can help you if you get stuck at any single piece along the way. So make sure you take advantage of live coaching as well. With that said, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out today. Again, the link to the one page is down below. Thank you, Rachel. She'll be back tomorrow for the last day. For her last day, we got a couple more days here in OFA, but her last day, tomorrow she'll be back, share the last piece of her puzzle and the last piece of the frameworks with you guys. Thanks again. Get the link down below and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.